What's going on, everybody? Oh man, Rick, I'm tired, and I ain't did shit really all day, but I'm tired. I'm tired, and I'm waiting on Peter to come and knock on my door, and take my children. I feel so bad that.
Oh, you ain't fed the babies.
Oh, you just gonna have to put me on blast like that. I see how you want to be tonight. Rick. I see how you want to be. No, I have not fed my babies dinner because I'm waiting on their food delivery.
Go ahead, blast.
And I got the email. I wasn't gonna blast Chewy, but I'm gonna blast Chewy because I was waiting on the I got the email that said it was gonna be delivered today. So when I went out to the store, I didn't buy any dog food because the delivery was coming today.
I mean, it is still today for another couple hours.
But it's been coming from Mount Juliet since 3 a.m.
Maybe they walked it over.
Evidently, hell, they still walking. Hey, Nikki, welcome. Nikki Angel, I met, I've been trying to branch out into different groups and stuff for podcasting. Mm-hmm. And I hooked up with her in a group. And we're going to do a collab. I'm so glad you're able to join us, Nikki. So we're going to do a collab, Kicking It With the Girls is their podcast. Post the link for me, Nikki, to your podcast. Y'all, please check them out. I went and listened to a couple of shows. They had one talking about friend zoning people and about in the friend zone. And sometimes people don't know they in the friend zone and how to get them out of the friend zone. It was a good show. I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to collabing with them this month. And so be ready for it. I think I told her I'm so bad at dates. The 22nd.
Okay.
The 22nd. I think that's the Friday, the 22nd. Yes, she put the link up to her show for Spotify. Y'all, please go out there and check them out. They have some great shows, and I am so looking forward to collabing with them. Because I love to have a good time. We just gonna talk and laugh. Hey, Tara, thank you, Tara. Girl, this hair, it was blow dry and trim time. And so I went ahead and blow dried it out and cut my ends, but this hair. So, but the next time y'all see me, please know it's going to be back curly. it will be back curly, and it will be curly for another 3 months. And then I'll blow dry and trim again. Unless I blow it out for my birthday.
Go ahead and blow it out.
I don't know about blowing it out. It's a lot. It's a lot to maintain. Yes, Kicking It With Your Girls podcast, Podcasting for the Culture. I love it. I love it. I can't wait. The Podcasting for the Culture was the group that I went into. And so, yeah, I love it. Thank you, Nikki. You love the hair, honey. This hair, like I said, it will be washed. And the next time y'all see me, it will most definitely back to its naturally curly state because this is too much to maintain. It really is. Because I would have to braid it up at night and do out like. As y'all do that. No, because as you can tell, I don't like to do hair. You know, I don't like to do hair. But you know what? Before we get to talking about Jada and Will, I want to give a shout out. I have to give this shout out. Shout out to Richard Brown.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I have been telling this man since the day I met him that he needed to do stand-up. He is finally stepping out on the stage on next Saturday, the 9th, for Drinks and Jokes for sensible folks. I will post the link and all for that on the page, you guys, if anybody is interested in going. It's a local small venue, though, so you have to jump in there and get tickets. But I cannot wait to go support Richard. He is one of my favorite people. And so he is freaking hilarious. He doesn't tell jokes. It's his stories. He just talks. And he is just naturally freaking hilarious. And I absolutely can't wait. I am so proud of you, Richard. You do not understand how much it warms my heart to hear that you are stepping out there and about to do this. I'm excited about it. He is funny. He is hilarious. Hilarious. But anyway, on to Jada and Will. So I got, and I want to offer a completely and totally different perspective on this one. Okay? Because I know everybody has been dragging Will through the mud. And I 100% agree he was wrong. He was out of order. Yeah. He was out of order. But I'm you know what? Now I'm gonna let you give your perspective on it first, Rick. You tell me what you think about it, and then I'm gonna tell you how, because I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about this really hard, and so I'm gonna give y'all a different viewpoint on this.
I guess what initially got me was he actually got up. I was shocked that he got up and walked. I saw it on Twitter and had to turn the what was that, Oscars? I had to turn it on because I ain't gonna watch it normally.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I didn't find out for the next day.
It was on Twitter and I was like, this has to be I thought it was fake. So I turned it over and I said, and it was going on. So then, I went on and watched the clips and I was like, I'm trying to figure why he got so angry.
Well, because he was laughing. That's what threw me off. He was laughing at the joke. And I guess because the camera cut away, he laughed, the camera cut away, and then when it cut back, you saw Jada rolling her eyes.
Exactly.
Well, he laughed and she was rolling her eyes.
Right.
The camera cut back to Chris, and then the next thing we're walking up on stage.
Yeah, I was like, hey, you can't smack me.
That's bipolar. Like, how did you get mad that quick?
I don't know.
Because you was laughing.
Because at first I said, there's no way. I said, this has to be set up.
I thought it was fake. I didn't.
But then, they slow-moed and did everything. And I was like.
Even on the slow-mo, I still think it's fake.
It looked like it.
It looked like Chris Rock was leaning in and was preparing himself for the smack.
Because he was like.
Yeah, his face was kind of grimacing. And Will was way back here. Not unless he saw it coming, like, I don't know. But.
And he kept his hands behind his back.
Right. Like he was preparing for the smack. Like, let me get my base set. You know how you do when you're working out. You work out. Let me get my feet set, my stance together, and get prepared for this smack. So I don't know if I don't know. But do you think he was right or wrong for getting up there?
No, he was all the way wrong. Look, if you live in the public, people are going to talk about you.
Absolutely.
There's no ways around that.
Absolutely.
What makes you any better than anybody else? Now, there are certain lines you don't cross. Death is kind of, right. That's a subject you don't cross.
Right.
But it ain't many other things that you should be able to cross.
And the joke wasn't even that bad to me.
No.
The joke wasn't even. G.I. Jane wasn't a bad movie. Demi Moore did. I liked it too. Demi Moore did a great job in G.I. Jane. So I really didn't take offense to it. And then my other thing was, she came out and talked about how she was proud of how she looked and her bald head and all of this kind of stuff. So why would that reference to G.I. Jane offend you so that you got to be at the Oscars rolling your eyes and your man walk up on stage and smack somebody?
And you know how many times I've read, "Oh, I want me a love like Will."
No.
And I'm like,
no.
So that's what you want?
Yes, most women do. And I'm
you don't have to explain that.
I'm gonna give you my perspective. Now that's
Please.
Okay.
Because I don't get it.
So let me give y'all a different viewpoint on this. Now, one, I agree, Will was out of order.
Especially in front of white folks.
I'm sitting here watching me. I'm gonna be wiggling in this chair. Like it's a big chair. Like y'all, okay. I know I done got off subject again because I done got back to these chairs. So y'all know I'm in the middle of trying to get the studio together, and so I ordered these chairs for the studio, but they're too big. Like I ordered 4 chairs, and there's no way I can get 4 chairs in this space with this side. But when I tell you, I love the way this chair sits. It's so comfy. I can curl up in it. So I'm keeping mine. Rick's chair's going away.
I leaned back and got.
But I'm keeping my chair. But anyway, so but I'm sitting there watching myself wiggle in the chair. But anyway, so let me get back to, okay, so I 100% agree that Will was wrong for a couple of reasons. One, you out of order, man. But for the level of star that you are, to put yourself in that position and shine that type of negative light on you, and then at the same time being nominated. And I have to be honest, I haven't watched the movie King Richard, but I heard it was a really good movie. And so, Serena and Venus, really, if you think about it, are all about maintaining that wholesome, good image. Most of the stuff you hear about Serena has been about her outfits, all that kind of stuff. And I know she had, her little cosmetic surgery and stuff and things done. But most of the stuff surrounding them is a positive thing.
Right.
And so for him to do this on the night that he was nominated for an Oscar for representing a great accomplishment in the African American community, the way they dominated the tennis. You know what I'm saying? They dominated. You can't even say nothing else other than they dominated it. So you took that away from them. And matter of fact, their father came out and said that he did not condone what Will did. He does not condone violence at all. And then on top of that, we kind of go back to the Angry Black Woman show when I said, we can't blame them for looking at us the way they look at us, because what do we put out there? So as a community, as the African American community, people expect us to act a fool.
Oh yeah.
And that's what you just showed. That we have no decorum about ourselves. That we can't even take a simple joke. That you're willing to walk up on the stage and smack somebody. Your own people.
What if that had been a white boy he smacked?
He wouldn't have went up there. He wouldn't have went up there on the black. Hell, if he had a smack, say if it was because Jim Carrey went off, man. Jim Carrey did a clip. He went off on. But if he had walked up there and smacked Jim Carrey, like Jim said, I would have sued. The police would have been on stage before the cameras could even cut off. He would have been in handcuffs and all. Like the Oscars would have shut down because Will would have been arrested and hauled off. Wait a minute, we got some comments, y'all. Let me get over here. Tyra says there is a time and a place for everything. He could have handled the situation after the show. His reaction also took away from his big night. Parents literally give their kids a whole speech about sticks and stones, not breaking bones, etc. And then this happens. Exactly. Exactly. And I think they even showed a clip where he had the nerve to talk about that he didn't condone violence and all of these different things. And for you to get up on stage and do that, I really that took away a lot of respect that I had for Will. But I'm gonna give y'all, here's my perspective on that. Hold on, let me see. The guy that Nikki says, I think he thought it was funny. His wife's facial expression said it wasn't. That could be true. Because he did. When he smacked Chris, he walked off laughing. He walked off like it was funny.
Yeah.
If you look at the clip, he did walk off like it was funny. Tara says, I don't want to love like Jada and Will. They can keep that crap. Hey, I agree. They can keep that. But here's my different perspective that I want to give on this. Because everybody is so focused on Will. Everybody's focused on Will's actions. Nobody's really focused on Jada. And so I want to give a different perspective of that. You know, I've said a few times on the show, and I always talk about there's nothing more dangerous than a woman who knows her power. Okay? Nothing more dangerous. I 100% believe that the man should be the head of the household and lead and all of those different things. But a woman who knows her power understands how to allow that man to lead, make him feel like he's king of the world. While she in the background handling everything else.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's think about it. Jada has manipulated the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
This woman has torn this man down to the point that he's willing to do anything to try to keep her and make her happy. Remember when I said, and I say it all the time, ladies, men are simple. Y'all are so simple. The only thing you really want is to take care of us and make us happy. That's it. As long as we happy, y'all happy.
Yeah, you're right.
Y'all content and at peace. As long as your woman is happy because you feel like you're doing your job as a man and she happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
She happy, you happy. That's how most men are. He wants his woman to be happy. But her major goal is to do what? Control Will.
And she's doing it.
Absolutely, she's controlling him. 100%. She took this man on live TV or live social media on a red table talk to tell him that she cheated on him. With a man that's been in his house that he been taking care of. They done been on vacation and all of these different things.
She broke him down.
You can't tell me that he didn't know it ahead of time because the expression on his face read like it was new information.
Mm-hmm. She broke him down. She pulled old army tactic. We're going to break him down to the
absolutely
core.
Absolutely. She knew the power that she had over him, that I can sit here and tell you on live social media that's broadcast to millions, thousands, however, because it's going to get shared, that I cheated on you. That makes him look what?
Weak.
Less of a man. Do you know how many men sit back and say, and look at Will like, Negro, you weak.
Yeah.
They still saying he weak. You went up stage and smacked Chris, but you didn't do nothing to August.
Right.
Yeah. You didn't do nothing to him. He sat there and admitted. Matter of fact, he told it first. If he hadn't told her, she wouldn't have never said nothing. But she didn't have to tell you on red table.
You don't put that out there.
That's the kind of stuff you keep you keep in the background. Don't nobody need to know that. But because it was in the media, she wanted to confess it. And she wanted to bring it out. But there was so many other ways that she could have handled that than to bring that man on a platform that's nationwide to tell him I had an entanglement. Like, come on. So to me, everything that Will is doing is an attempt to please her. Because basically, when she sat him down at that table, she said, I think less of you as a man, that I can bring you out here and put you on Front Street to the world that I cheated on you.
I'm thinking about that. That hurt even just
imagine as a man. Can you imagine? It's already painful to hear somebody that you, and even though that they had a so-called open relationship, because I think that's kind of how they were trying to smooth all of this over, that it was an open relationship. So even if they supposedly had an open relationship, why would it have been necessary for you to come out on this red table talk and tell this man all this information that you told about your entanglement?
Man, you know how bad that hurt.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine how he felt in the moment. But that's her manipulating the situation. One, if I bring him on red table, I'm controlling his reaction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm controlling his reaction. And so that also led up to, because think about how many people think that he didn't react to that. And now here we are in another situation. And if I don't react, I'm going to be seen even weaker than I was when I sat there at that fucking table and allowed my wife to tell me she had an entanglement. Come on. With someone her kid's age. Can you imagine as a man? Imagine as a man how that make you feel.
No.
So he's still busy trying to please her. Nobody's talking about the role that Jada is playing in this, because she's setting up all the dominoes. Mm-hmm. And she the only one sitting back, oh, I got alopecia. Oh, I was offended. Why? You so self-assured and so confident. Why did that little joke make you feel the way that it made you feel?
It shouldn't have. You done told your story, like you said, on that red table. And they do it all the time.
Okay.
So you putting everything out anyway. So
I've learned to love it. I'm embracing it. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he was right, right. The alopecia thing and all of that. I get that. I get the premise behind that. I get that perspective. But I want to give my perspective is, if you okay with it, how you gonna get offended because somebody made a statement about something that you said you were comfortable with? And it ain't like he made a comment and said, oh, alopecia, you made, a hair fall out or something. He made a joke about G.I. Jane 2, which wasn't even a bad movie. The hell did you be lucky if it was a sequel? Hell, I probably shit. I thought Demi Moore did a damn good job in the movie. So that's some BS. BS. And so now you looking at Will like you ain't finna defend me. So now he got to feel like he got to check his manhood. A lot of times, women, we don't understand the power that we do have. Yeah, do I like to feel like my man would be willing to protect me? Like, that I have to feel like you be willing to protect me in order for me to be with you.
Right.
Like if I don't feel protected, if I feel like I gotta protect you, like damn, we can't even. Like every time I'm with Rick, damn, I feel like I got to carry because hell, I don't know if something go down, damn, I'm worried about whether or not Rick gonna step up to the plate.
That's the last thing.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel that way when I'm with you. But that's the kind of way you want to feel as a woman. But you took that, you took that away from him. So now he trying to prove that he a man. Because all she doing is tearing him down.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's looking at that. Everybody, oh, it's an open marriage. It's this, it's that. And not once, even at the red table talk, even on the red table talk, everybody was more talking about how Will reacted than what the fuck Jada said. It was all about Will. Oh, I can't believe he sat there at that table and let her talk to him like that. I can't believe Come on now. How y'all just... And there was a few jokes about the entanglement, but the meme is Will.
Yeah.
The meme that came out of that is all about Will. All about how he reacted to it.
So I'm like, how open is that relationship for him to get that toe up?
It wasn't as open as people wanted to make it.
Right,
but that's her justification. They had an open relationship.
Yeah, okay.
She was needing something that she wasn't getting. That's the other thing. You tell a man that you was needing something that he wasn't providing, so you had to go get it from another man? Come on now, y'all. Come on.
She might
as a woman, if a man told me that, if that's why he told me he cheated, yeah, because it was something I needed, you wasn't giving me. So I had to go get it from somewhere else. That's going to make me question myself as a woman. What was it that, well, hell, what did she do that I don't do? Ain't much. Shame on you, Rick. Ain't much when it comes to me. But yeah, you have to think about your shit. Yeah, I would be like, what? Hell, y'all know me. Hell, y'all know how I am.
Oh shit, I almost said it.
Yeah, you know, that's another show. We ain't gonna get that. But come on. That had to have killed him. That had to tore his confidence down as a man. How do you feel comfortable in your manhood after your woman has brought you on a national platform to say I had an entanglement?
That hurt. I mean, I was hurt for him.
Me too.
And I was like, oh man, damn. I was like, man.
And you know what? And the sad part is, can I tell you, I haven't even watched it.
I only saw that little post.
I've only seen bits and pieces of it.
My feelings was hurt.
Bits and pieces. Because I was like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear that woman tear that man down like that. My heart went out to him when I saw the clip and the look of his face. Like, man, poor Will.
That hurt him.
Tara said,
oh, yeah.
Tara said, tell us, Karen, inquiring minds want to know. Girl, that's a whole nother show. That's a whole other show. We get to talk about that. If you done seen past shows, y'all know how I feel about sex and what my stance is on that. Like, man, all I'm saying is, I don't understand women who say it's not a requirement for them and that ain't what they looking for. Matter of fact, it's number 2 on my list. Number 2 on my list. Number 1 is we got to be physically attracted. I got to be physically attracted to you.
Yeah.
And then number 2, we have to be sexually compatible. If we are not sexually compatible, it is not going to work. And then I'm going to sit you down at the table and I'm going to tell you about the entanglement that I had. So ain't no need to be even going down that road with somebody that I know we ain't on that same level sexually. Like, ain't no need to be even, ain't nothing we talk about.
No, I mean, ain't no use me wasting my time.
Exactly. Oh, y'all gonna almost change it. So y'all almost got me.
Come on.
Y'all almost got me talking about something else. But anyway, we gonna.
All right.
This is backing on up to Will and Jada. Y'all know we do typically go wherever the conversation take us, but we might revisit it. But anyway, I feel like Jada orchestrated, laid the groundwork for all of this.
I can see that.
Now, she's gonna play victim because she was offended, because she does have this medical condition that caused her to lose her hair. Right. And so she went ahead and went, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
But, like I was saying, every woman wants a man that we feel like is going to defend us. But what I'm not going to do is allow you to embarrass us.
Sure.
And so, to me, the fact that she allowed Will to walk up on that stage says that you don't hold that man in any high regard.
No.
Like, you're not thinking about Will. All you thinking about is you. Because ain't no way in hell I would allow my man to go up on that stage and embarrass himself in that manner. There's just no way it could have happened.
You'd have been like, sit your ass down.
I would have just, as soon as I saw him get up, I would have reached out, grabbed that arm, and say, come on, sit on back down. Sit on back down. We take care of this at another time. We go backstage and we handle it backstage. Let it come out later that you went backstage and smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? You'll be in the news later.
Yeah.
But you're not finna come up on live broadcast, national TV, and make a fool out of me and you. You see what I'm saying?
You can't. That's just disrespectful.
Absolutely disrespectful. Absolutely disrespectful. But, and then, okay, everybody want me. Tyra keep trying to get me. Yes, I did see the reaction. She thought she listen. And I've seen a lot of ladies defending Will and his actions. I from my perspective, again, I disagree. My man would have never made it up on stage. I'm not going to allow you to go up there and embarrass us both. But I'm going to say this about Jada, and then we can move on. I'm going to say this about Jada. If Jada can't do nothing else, she know how to stay relevant. So Will just had a movie come out. And no, she did a few little guest appearances on Queen Latifah's The Equalizer. Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I heard that I saw like a clip or something. I heard she was on there. And so she had a few little scenes. But other than Red Table Talk, what is Jada doing?
No.
Nothing.
I mean,
nothing at all. No. Hold on, y'all. Sasha, Tiger, go eat. I heard him in there telling them, go eat.
They be tipping and then all of a sudden you don't want to go eat.
Right. They've been starving and now they don't want to go eat. But they'll go, Lee. They'll go. My brother trying to get the dogs to go eat. They'll go. But yeah, like, she tried, other than Red Table Talk, she's trying to stay relevant, keep people talking, because you best believe everybody finna tune in for that next Red Table Talk to see how she felt and what's going on, which is going to drive her viewership up, more sponsorship money. But who's hurt? Will. Because I saw before we went live that he resigned his membership with the Academy. Yeah. You know, they talking about banning him and all of these different things. He's going to pay the price. But in that moment, I don't feel like Jada was thinking about Will. I think she was thinking about herself. Mm-hmm. She was not thinking about the repercussions that's going to come behind you walking up on the stage on the Oscars.
Okay. from his point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I want to come from his point of view.
Okay.
So, do you think that all the ridicule he's been taking, that it just kept building up and building up, and with her rolling her eyes,
Yes,
that had to be.
Yes,
Chris Rock just caught.
He called him in. Listen, me fixing my clothes and everything. Okay, I keep forgetting I'm on camera.
I don't too. I'm just.
But of course, all of it is built up to him feeling like he was entitled. Now, I was waiting on, because I knew April 1st was coming up. I was waiting on something to come and say it was an April Fool's joke, and he really didn't smack Chris Rock. But that hadn't come out yet. So I don't know, but I will say this. I cannot believe that as big of a star that he is, that he would demean himself. And that's the only word really I can think of, that he would demean himself in that manner to do such a thing. Like that, you can see the white folks gonna be like, well, hell, better not invite them back no more. Right. We can't have the black folks on the Oscars. Yeah. I mean, and look at all of the historic events that took place on these Oscars that nobody is talking about. Now, mind you, and I hope y'all don't get mad at me what I'm about to say. Please don't get mad at me. Don't y'all email me, text me, nothing blow up my box and my page about what I'm about to say. I don't like Beyonce. I really don't. I will give her that some of her music, like she got some great upbeat tempos. Like her beats, I can get into her beats. Right. Like upbeat ones. Like her ballads, I don't like her tone. I don't like her voice. But that whole opened up that was a historic thing. Nobody has ever done that. But we can't talk about that.
Wait a minute. She opened up the show.
Oh, you didn't watch it? Yes.
Oh, hell no.
Yes. I didn't watch all of it because, like I said, I saw like maybe the first few minutes, but I can't. I'm not a Beyonce fan. I'm sorry, y'all. Please forgive me. Beehive, don't come at me. I'm sorry, but I will say this: Beyonce is a hell of an entertainer.
She is.
If she don't do nothing else, that heifer entertains. She kill it every time. That performance was immaculate. The amount of representation as shades of black folks was beautiful. Dancers, musicians, and Baby Blue killed it. She gonna be her little mom. Yeah, little Beyonce came out and killed it in the little part that she danced in front of her mama. It was really cute. I was proud of her with her little shades on. You right? Yes, little Baby Blue was cute. She was cute when she came out. But ain't nobody really talking about that, because all they can talk about is Will smacking Chris. Matter of fact, Samuel L. Jackson, who people don't realize is the top gross earner in Hollywood. Think about it. Samuel L. Jackson has been in everybody's movie. Yeah. He'd been in more movies than anybody in Hollywood, but never got an Oscar. And he got his first Oscar that was given to him by Denzel Washington that wasn't even aired, and nobody is talking about, because all we can talk about is Will smacking Jada.
I saw that on Twitter. I was like, why don't you put that on TV?
Exactly. Because they've taken away from all of the... Because they like to show us in a negative light. Mm-hmm. And we feed into that negativity. And that one right there is going to last forever. Forever.
Shit, Will.
Forever. Because you got a weak ass... I'm sorry, Will. I'm not going to call him a weak ass man. I take that back. Forgive me, Will. I'm sorry. I'm not going to, because you're being manipulated. Yeah. You're being manipulated by a female who knows her power and her ability to manipulate you. So it's not about Will's weakness, and I apologize. I should not have called him a weak ass man.
Right.
That was the wrong term. It's not about his weakness. It's about her ability to manipulate him.
Right.
And him not realizing that he's being manipulated, because all he wants to do is to make her happy and to satisfy her, because it's his wife.
What's that syndrome? Is it Munchausen's?
Well, that's when you make people sick.
Oh no, that ain't it. It is. I'm trying to think of that syndrome where you protect your abuser.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, I've been watching too much fucking Forensic Files.
I know, but I know what you're talking about. But like when
Yeah.
people get kidnapped and
Yeah.
all, I can't think of what the name of it is.
But yeah.
And then they end up falling in love with their abuser and all of these different things. Absolutely, it happens. It happens all the time in regular relationships. She doesn't abuse him physically; she abuses him emotionally. Yeah. She's an emotional abuser.
Yeah.
But nobody is talking about that. She is playing on his weaknesses. Mm-hmm. She knows what buttons to push. And obviously she pushed a major one because he walked up on stage.
You wouldn't risk it all.
Risk it all. All.
I don't want nothing like that. I don't want
a love like that either.
I don't want that.
And if I do, like, I want a partner that if you see me, my anger escalating, or I'm getting ready to do something to that point, I want somebody that's going to stop me, that they can see the vision as well, to say, no, let's not do that. This ain't the time or the place for this to happen. We can take that care of that in another way. Stockholm Syndrome. Thank you, Tyra. Thank you, Tyra. Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah. He probably does have a little Stockholm Syndrome because he's protecting her. And he came on with this crying and talking about protecting your family.
What you protecting her for?
From a joke? From a joke?
Yeah.
It's some BS, but I can't wait. Absolutely, Charlene said, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Absolutely, Charlene. 100%. And that's what a lot of people forget to do. Check yourself.
Yeah.
Check yourself. Think before you react. And I'm sorry, that was Nikki that told us. Oh, Nikki came in and said Stockholm Syndrome too. Nikki and Tyra both. I was like, wait a minute. I could have sworn that was Tyra that said that. So yeah. So he's protecting her. He's trying to earn a position in, a status in her sight. Mm-hmm. I want you to see me as that alpha male that's going to protect you. What did you do? Walk up and slap the comedian on stage on national TV?
You lost us money is what you did.
With an open hand bitch ass slap? Like, but it is, if you get an open hand, that's a bitch slap right there. He's slapping. I still think it's fake. But he did come way back with it with that open hand and smack the shit out of him. It looked like. And on the other side of that, let's talk about Chris Rock. Dude, major props to Chris Rock for keeping it together. Because if that was a real smack, and then let me say, Chris Rock must be used to getting slapped.
Because he took that
man like a soldier. He leaned down and came back up with it like
he had his hands behind his back.
And he never adjusted. He never moved his hands. He never adjusted. And then how you just gonna raise up and say, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me? like it wasn't nothing. So that's another thing to me. I'm sorry, either that was a weak slap or Chris Rock is the man, because he came up like,
damn. But
like he wasn't. His stance was he had to have his.
But he got his legs planted. He made his base wide. But the thing is, when they came to him talking about arresting Will and everything, he didn't want personal charge.
Yeah, he didn't want a personal charge.
He's like, look,
I I agree, Tara. Tara said it looked fake, especially the reaction that Chris had on his face. I agree. That's what makes me feel like it was fake too. The reaction that Chris had on his face makes me think that it was fake.
Because I think if you'd have smacked me, we wouldn't have been able to turn around. I kicked him right in his back.
I'm sorry, you can't smack me. Now, like I said, major props to Chris Rock. Major props to Chris Rock. Because you can't smack me and me not react. They would have had to go cut to commercial. Because, man, we would have been going at it on that fucking stage. It had been me. I'm sorry. If he had... Man. We would have been going at it. And they would have been like, man, did you see KO mop the motherfucking floor with Will Smith on the Oscars? Because he walked up and smacked. Ain't no way in hell.
They'd be like, Puerto Rican done lost his mind. Because man.
Okay, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Let me tell you, I've only been smacked once. And I still remember it to this day. This girl smacked me. I was in school. It was 7th grade, y'all. Does it sound like I'm scarred? Because I remember.
The fact that you remember.
I remember. No, it wasn't 7th. It was 8th grade. It was 8th grade. And we were in math class.
Okay, I went to Lytton.
I did go to Lytton. Of course I went to Isaac Lytton. What you mean? That's what I'm East Nashville girl. Of course I went to Isaac Lytton. But check this out. So we in class. And it was this little white girl that sat behind me. I can't remember what the hell her name is though right now. And so I turned. She said something and I turned or whatever. And she hauled off and smacked me in the middle of the class. Right? And so as soon as she smacked me, I went to jump up, but I had a pick in my pocket, in my jean pockets. And so when I went to jump up, the pick caught the back of the chair and kept me from getting up. And the teacher got to me before I could get to her.
Boy, I know you were so mad.
Listen, so she was like, no fighting in class, no Karen, sit down. It's okay. I got you.
Either way, I'm getting
you. Wait till the bell ring. Best believe you getting your ass whooped. When we step outside this door, when this bell ring, right? So I was trying to calm down because she'd already thrown me out of class once. Y'all, I was so bad. I was such a bad kid. I was a bad, smart kid, which is the worst.
Yeah.
A bad, smart kid is the worst, and that was me. Because you can't tell me shit. I got straight A's. What you done that? But I'm bad as hell. I was always getting in trouble. But anyway. Bell rang. Class over. Bell rang. She jumps up. She flies out the door. Right? And so, as I get up, and I'm trying to get to her, as she's running out the door, the teacher blocks me from getting to her. So now I'm trying. She better be. Man. I'm about to fight the teacher. We're in the hallway. Because I'm going off because you blocking me from this ass whooping that this girl is about to get. Right. Now, because I'm bad, I don't care. And I don't condone y'all fighting teachers or talking back to the teachers. I realized I was wrong. Okay. So I'm going off. I'm all up in the teacher's face. You know how we do. I'm all up in the teacher's face. Cussing her out and everything.
White teacher, huh?
Black teacher. The one thing that you cannot allow me to do, and I'm still the same way to this day. And on my journey of self-reflection, I learned that about myself, and I need to learn to handle it better. But one thing you can't allow yourself to do is to let me know I intimidate you. Once you let me know I intimidate you, it's over for you. It's over. There's nothing else you can say to me or do.
Yeah.
I'm done. It's over. And I still have, that's a negative. I still have that same trait about me. The minute you let me know that I can intimidate you, But anyway, but there was this one black teacher. Did you go to Lytton? Miss Johnson. I still Miss Johnson. She was a science teacher. Miss Johnson came around that corner, jacked me up. Miss Johnson didn't care. Karen, Miss Johnson was one of them that she talked to you and act like she your mama. You don't get your ass. I got jacked up and sent to the principal's office. And I'm the one that got smacked. I feel like Chris Rock. Damn it. I feel like Chris Rock. I got smacked, but I ended up in the principal's office. I never did get to whoop her ass.
Man, you still thinking about that?
I'm still, let me see if I came here. I don't even know if I saw her. I'd be ready to whoop her ass. Jennifer said Chris was bullied as a kid. Yes, I remember him talking about that he was bullied as a kid. And that might be why he took that smack. I mean, if he was used to it, but still, major props to him, the fact that he maintained his cool. He was able to continue on with the show. Yeah. Like, he was a true professional.
Yeah, he was.
So if that was real, 100% major props to Chris Rock on that. But I feel so bad for Will because he's trying to live up to an expectation of a man based on what his wife wants and needs. And I don't even think she know what she wants and needs. Because she even said, hell, she don't really love Will. She's still in love with Tupac.
Yeah,
that's the love of her life, and she ain't gonna never love nobody like she loved Tupac. As a man, can you imagine? Can you imagine being in a relationship with somebody that tell you that they in love with somebody else?
But you ain't got to worry about it because I ain't gonna be in it.
Imagine if I met somebody and we started dating and I told them, you know what, my ex-husband was the love of my life and I ain't gonna never love nobody as much as I love him. How does that make you feel as a man?
I'm like, man.
How would it make you feel as a woman if if a man told you that? You second best at most. Cause my real love, if she gone. And you second fiddle. You come on up in here, you second fiddle, but the real love of my life passed. How do you compete with a ghost?
You can't.
How do you live up to Tupac? Yeah, that man's still making money and he been dead for years.
Shit. No.
How do you compete with Tupac?
Damn, dog.
I don't get it. There's no way. And Charlene said, see you. Nigga said so disrespectful to that man. Absolutely. How do you even attempt to stay in a relationship like that? So now let's think about this, y'all. She had an entanglement, so that lets you know as a man, you not satisfying me sexually as a man.
Pretty much what she said.
Okay. And I really don't love you like you love me because the love of my life is Tupac. And I'm going to always love Tupac. Come on. He ain't going to never live up to her expectation. And there's no way I can stay in a relationship where you make me feel that I'm less. That's emotional abuse. Do you realize so many people don't understand or see emotional abuse when it happens?
Yeah, I mean, it can...
Even in relationships, people don't see the emotional abuse. And sometimes it can come in ways that you don't even realize that it is. And I'm going to give you an example. Hey, Sherry, welcome. I know, right? Coming in all late. I'm going to give an example, y'all, of from my perspective, emotional abuse that can be overlooked. I had a friend, and this was a male friend. And let me start off by saying, one, I love me some me. And I believe that people are entitled to their opinions. Mm-hmm. And regardless of what your opinion is of me, I still love me. Right. Now, I may take a step back, and I said that before on the show, depending on who it is, I may take a step back and consider what it is that you said, because I'm about self-reflection. Let me think about why, Rick sees me that way or feels that way about me. But I ain't finna take it to heart because I love me. Okay? So, I had a friend, and it was this male friend of mine. And every time we had a conversation about relationships, he would always tell me what was wrong about me and what a man wouldn't like. Never did he say anything good about, or good qualities about me. They're like, oh, you such and such and such and such. A man don't like such. It was always, oh, you like to build things. Man ain't gonna like that. He ain't gonna like no woman that like to build. He ain't gonna like no woman that got tools. He ain't gonna like no woman that does this. Man like to be needed. He, you don't need nobody. So he would always point out to me those things that he felt were negative traits that a man wouldn't like.
So all you have is negative traits?
I never got a positive one. Okay. But here's the thing. And I would always respond, and this was always my response. If he don't like that about me, then that means he's not the one for me. Because that's who I am. And I can't change who I am to satisfy him. Right. Especially if it's something that I love. That'd be different. If you say, oh, I don't like, when you be chewing, you be popping that gum, certain things I try to be mindful of. You say, ooh, that works my nerves. Because I'm the same way, but like, ooh, stop that. That works my nerve. But I'm not going to try to change the core of who I am to suit someone else. And so every time I would say it, that's all I would simply say. They don't like it, then they're not the one for me. That's right. You think you perfect. How is that me thinking I'm perfect to say, if you can't accept that about me, then I'm good with that. Right. You don't have to accept it. We ain't got to be together. I ain't got to be your woman because I'm not going to change that about me. And so I could only imagine, because I wasn't in a relationship with him, so it didn't faze me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was just like, psh, yeah, LOL. He always got LOL. I ain't got time. Like, but think about it. If I was in a relationship with him, imagine how that would make me feel as a woman for someone to always point out my negative traits, which would make me feel less of a woman and insecure about myself and everything that I do.
Yeah, I get that.
Charlene said he was trying that old Jedi trick. That Jedi mind trick don't work on me. It don't work on me. Sherry said, sorry, this child had my phone on airplane mode. But yeah, that Jedi mind trick don't work on me. But think about someone who already maybe has some insecurities about themselves. Mm-hmm. And so you find that insecurity and you always playing on that insecurity. That tears a person down. That makes them feel insecure. And now I got to feel like I'm trying to prove myself to you.
And then once they get there, once they get you tore down, they break you out bits and pieces of positive things. Just enough to keep you up. Enough. Yes,
so that you work for their approval. Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. Jada has Will working for her approval. Mm-hmm. When what he doesn't realize, he never gonna get it. He'll never get her approval. No. Not in this lifetime. Because she's still in love with Tupac.
She's gonna meet him on the other side.
And getting all kind of entanglements when she needs something taken care of. And ain't ashamed to tell you about it. While you working for her approval. But there's so many instances of emotional abuse. And oftentimes, sometimes people don't realize that they tearing folks down and that they doing it. Because it's just who you are.
Yeah, I mean.
And then and then you look sideways at the other person when they trying to tell you like, dang, you making me feel like, it's like, oh, that's your fault. You feeling less of a, no. Because all you want to do is point out my negative traits. You never give anything positive about me.
Right.
Never, ever. That's emotional abuse.
Oh, yeah, all day long.
And it's a control mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you, like you said, once I break your spirit, once I got you broke, now I can control you.
Exactly.
Now I have the power. Because now you seek my approval.
Mm-hmm. And
that's all I'm going to work for is for your approval. And the minute I feel like that you feeling too good about yourself, I'm going to hit you and I'm going to tear you down again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you did a good job, but man ain't going to like, no woman doing all of that. Well, okay.
You did good.
You're not, shit, you're not the man for me. If he got that problem, then they're not the person for me. And I think that's what a lot of people. We had an hour, y'all. We had an hour. We already had an hour. But I think that's what a lot of people do in relationships when they settle. You're willing to change and try to satisfy someone else and to be who that other person wants so that you don't end up alone. And I think that's the focus now, is I don't want to be alone.
I'm getting old.
Ain't
nobody gonna want me.
Right. Ain't nobody gonna want me, and the right person who can key in on it. Because a lot of people only like folks that they are able to manipulate and control.
A lot of us men are predators.
Mm.
But that's another show.
Listen. Absolutely. A lot of men are predators. Steve Harvey, I saw a clip that Steve Harvey said the other day, and somebody asked him about, did he have female friends? And he said, no, I don't have any female friends. And the lady was like, you don't have any friends like, from back in the day and all of this. And, us women, we have male friends. You don't have any female friends. And he said, and she said, is that because you married? And he said, yes, that. And then two, he said, listen, please understand this. And I'm standing on the show. He said, please understand. No man has female friends. We have women that we waiting for the opportunity to have sex with. Now, when I met you, you might have told me no, and you put me in that friend zone.
Yeah.
But I ain't your friend. I'm waiting for my opportunity. Definitely waiting for the opportunity. Women don't have male friends. We have men that play certain roles for us. Yeah. If he does not satisfy a need, then we don't put them in that friend category. Mm-hmm. We got friends that feed us, friends that come fix things for us, friends that do. Those are the type of friends. And unless, and I get it, sometimes we have those friends, we've been friends for years. Like, we were little bitty kids, that's my buddy. We've been decades we've been around. I've never looked at you in that fashion. Right. You've never looked at me that way, and I've never looked at you that way. We friends. But For me to say now, and I'm good about this because I friend zone people all the time. I'm real good at that. I might be missing out on some real great guys because I'll friend zone you in a minute. But I realize, and this is something on my journey of self-reflection, and I've started to be honest with people about this. Matter of fact, I just had to be honest with a dude. Man, I've started to be honest with men about this. If I say I can't offer you nothing but a friendship, I need you to understand that opportunity that you think, like you said, men are predators, you waiting for that opportunity. It's not going to come. I'm telling you now, it's not going to come. So I don't want you to be sitting, and I tell them all the time, don't be sitting back waiting and thinking that I'm going to change my mind. Yeah. And I'm not going to change my mind. And then if I see that they continue to make remarks or they continue to make, you know how y'all do, then I cut it. Because I know you're not prepared for friends. You're not prepared to sit in that friend zone. Because I'm telling you, it ain't going to happen. And I just had to tell a guy that, like, y'all. And then we over an hour, y'all. I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to tell this story, and then I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to tell this story. And that is definitely for another show. We're going to have to do a show on it. We'll have to do a show on online dating. That's what we need to do, a show. We're going to do a show on online dating.
I'm scared of online dating.
Listen, we're going to do a show on it. I haven't, like, my Tinder profile is still up. I haven't been on there, and I don't know when. And I don't know why. Last week, something said, get on Tinder and check yourself. So I got on Tinder, check to see. I had a bunch of new likes because I did the extra so I could see who liked me. I want to see who it is. Because remember what I say, number one, I have to be physically attracted to you. If I'm not physically attracted to you, it's not going to work. I ain't that you going to grow on me, all of that. That's another show. I ain't gonna get into it. It ain't about it. He got to be pretty and all. It's like certain things to me attract me to a man. It's something about you has to attract me to you. And if I'm not attracted to you, it's not gonna work. Okay. So saw this guy. Okay. I swipe right. We talked, we chatted, we exchanged numbers. So I don't want to say strike. The first thing that threw me off as we are chatting back and forth is out of the blue, he tells me, I'm trying to now think, how do we even get there? Out of the blue, this man tells me that he hadn't been with a woman in 3 years.
That's a strike.
Well, for me it was. Because the whole thing, I'm 3 years. Like, remember I said second on my list is sex. Yeah, second on my list is sex. I'm not a teacher. You're not getting multiple opportunities. We're not going to figure it out. If we didn't vibe the first time, you're not getting another try. And if I'm already getting yeah, okay. So I'm trying to think of how that even came out. I don't even remember how it came out. So he told me he hadn't been with a woman in 3 years. I asked why. He said because, he was tired of the drama and the games. So I'm like, okay, I get that.
I don't, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't know, because listen.
3 years, oh man. Some
women play some serious games. So I don't know at what level of games he's dealt with. Because if you don't know to walk away, some people don't know to walk away, and they go look at Poe Will. He ain't figured out he need to walk away yet.
Yeah, he ain't gonna.
Okay. So he was, and that's why, and I did ask, like, what happened to make you give up on women for like 3 years, and what has changed that that now you want to give it another try? But anyway, so that was strike one. Okay. Strike number two was that he asked me when was the last time I had sex.
Mind your business.
And I was like, is we doing it
now? No, worry about yourself.
Like, we grown. I have never never ask that question.
It ain't important.
And I had to laugh when he asked, and I said, LOL, are you asking when was the last time? Because I can't remember how he phrased it. He was like, well, what about you? That's what he said. Well, what about you? And I said, LOL, are you asking when was the last time I've been with a man? And he was like, well, yes, and dated. And so I was like, LOL. So what I said to him was, I haven't been in a relationship in years. I said, like, I use friends with benefits. Like,
yeah.
I said, and I just recently ended, come out of a 5-year stint on a friends with benefits. And he was like, oh, okay. I said, but I feel like, because the fact that you tell me you ain't been with a woman in 3 years, like, dude, we not looking for the same thing. You sound like you looking for a connection. So I immediately said, Tyra said, delete, block. Oh, so I say to him, look, I'm not looking for a relationship. I feel like it's like I'm not the one for you. We're not looking for the same thing. I feel like I'm not looking for a relationship, right? So then he come back and I'm like, well, I'm not looking for no one night stand, no booty call. Oh, strike 3, you emotional. Because I ain't said shit about no one night stand or no booty call. And I said, neither am I. I don't remember saying anything about that. And so he was like, well, yeah, you right. Uh-uh. So that was strike 3. But here's what got him deleted and blocked. I didn't delete him, but he did block him. Did I block him? No, I didn't block him. But I think I did hurt him feelings. I felt like I needed to give him some constructive criticism. So I say again to this man. Now the whole time we talking, I'm getting to this one of my pet peeves. If we texting, give me a minute to respond.
Yeah.
Hell, he asked a question. Right behind it, he was like, are you there? Did I scare you off? Did I lose you? Like, no, I'm here. Like, damn, give me a minute. So I say to him, we ain't gonna work because I can already tell. You already feel some type of way about my response time. And so I literally had to say to him, dude, we've been chatting for an hour and a half. And I can count 7 times within that hour and a half that you either question or you seem like you was concerned about my responding or asking, why I haven't responded. That tell me that's a red flag because I'm not the one. And so I kept saying it. He was like, no, I'm looking for friends with benefits. I said, listen. And what I say to him, I can't give you what you're going to need to be comfortable in a friends with benefits situation with me. Oh, no, I promise you, I'm going to be good. He said, I ain't never had a woman tell me. He said, I just got a little excited. I ain't never had a woman tell me she wanted a friends with benefits.
So that's your excitement to ask even more questions. Come on, dog. I can't do it.
So after I told him no, and then I said, baby, I can't offer you, nothing more than friends. And he said, well, that's all I'm looking for, friends and see where it goes.
No, dog.
And I said, you're not listening. Because I'm telling you now, with me, it's not going anywhere. I can't offer you anything other than a friendship. So then here's my other pet peeve. Y'all, and again, we're going to get off of here, y'all, but we're going to do a show on online dating. We got to. Because the man says, and this is just me, because I feel like men, like I want a man to lead me. Let me follow your lead. Right. Okay? If you ask me if we can meet, and I say, sure, we can make that happen, I'm waiting on you to follow through. Make a date. Hell, you asked me, can we meet? Is that it? If I say yeah, and he said, really? Nigga, what? So then you never did set a time. You never did ask, or let's make a date. I guess he was waiting on me to do it. But you asked me to meet. I didn't ask you to meet. Because if I ask you, if I say let's meet, and you say yeah, when we meeting, let's make a plan. Where we gonna meet here this time. So I'm gonna set a date. He asked me to meet 3 times. And I kept saying, okay. But he never made a date. Then you gonna text me, then you don't hear from me for a whole day. Because I'm not interested. I'm thinking you got the clue. I'm not interested. So then I get a text, hey, gorgeous. I'm going to always respond. I respond back, hey. I was thinking about you. I said, oh, what was you thinking about? I was just thinking about seeing your gorgeous self. I said, oh, really? I didn't think you really wanted to see me. And he was like, of course I did. No, because you never made any, you never put forth any effort. No effort whatsoever. So we're gonna do a show on online dating and relationships and all of those different things because, like, people, like, actions speak louder than words. And I told him, I said, let me give you a little constructive criticism for the next time if I can offer you a little advice. Don't tell the woman that you ain't been with another woman for 3 years. Some women may like it. Some might like, I said, but say that for a face-to-face, get-to-know type conversation. Right. Don't tell her off the rip, out of the blue, it's been 3 years. Because my first thought here, I thought, you locked up, you been in jail? Like, I'm confused on, like, how you done went 3 years? Ooh. Like, okay, 3 years. 3 years. Don't tell the woman it's been 3 years. And if you ask to meet and she say yeah, make a date. Make a date. Don't just ask the woman, can we meet? I want to see you, whatever, and then you never follow through on that. But that's a whole nother show, y'all. Y'all know how I get when I get to talking. We're at an hour and 17. We always go over. But I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. Like, poor Will. Yeah. My perspective is Will is being emotionally abused by Jada. And he's doing any and everything to live up to her expectation of what she feels he should be as a man. Because think about it, we ain't never heard of Will smacking nobody or puffing his chest up to nobody.
It's the first place.
But now all of a sudden out of the blue, you feel big and bad enough that you gonna walk up on stage and smack somebody on the Oscars on national TV. I don't get it. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get off of here, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Red Wine Conversations. Hey, Terry, you out, girl. The show is over now. How you going to come in all late? She is all late, but I love it. And Terry, I don't know if Terry is still on. Sherry, I got my earrings on. But y'all, thank y'all again for tuning in to Red Wine Conversations. I am going to do better about letting y'all know what the show is and upcoming and do the show promos. Look, I've been so focused on working in this house that I have just not, I have not even thought about it, but I'm about to do better. I got to do better. So, thank you, Charlene. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. I'm glad. I love when I get new people come on listening and they respond and all of those. Like, I love to engage my audience. Like, Red Wine Conversations is my baby. I enjoy just getting on here and talking. If I can't, I don't do nothing else, I'm going to talk. But we're going to get off here before y'all have me talking another 20 minutes. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch y'all. Look, I might do Cocktails with KO Sunday. I'm going to do my best.
She's going to do it, dog.
Listen, they'll see me on Sunday. This hair going to be washed and back curly. All right, y'all.